you know that producing animated stories like Bible stories can captivate millions of viewers and earn you passive income? Channels like The Christian Seed have proven what's possible. Launched less than a year ago, the channel has quickly gained momentum and now consistently draws in over 400,000 views every single month, a clear sign of its rapid growth. According to Social Blade, the channel is already earning close to $2,000 per month just from ad revenue. In this video, I'll guide you through creating high-quality animated Bible stories for free using AI. To help you practice better, I'll share ready-to-use prompts to create striking visuals, animate scenes, and ensure consistent characters. Let's start. As the first step, we come up with ideas and then choose one idea from among them to write a script about. To start, I go to the prompt document and take the first prompt called Prompt 1 and paste it into ChatGPT. You can find these prompts in the description. This first prompt generates 5 Bible story ideas for me. I look at the generated ideas. They are presented in a format that includes which part of the Bible the story refers to, a brief summary, and the lesson learned from the story. I go through them one by one. Yes, they're all beautiful stories, and each one refers to a specific Bible passage. I like this particular idea. It highlights the importance of helping those in need, no matter what. The story includes 2 male characters, and one of them helps the other who was attacked on the road. It's a great story that emphasizes kindness and support. Now that we've chosen this story, I go back to the document to generate the script. This time I take prompt 2 from the prompt document. There's one part in the prompt that needs to be customized. I will paste the title of the story I selected there. Let me show you how. I copy the second prompt, paste it in, and insert the story title in the appropriate section. This prompt will now generate a 1 to 3 minute story script for me, complete with an introduction, development, and conclusion. The intro is well written, then the story develops, and finally it reaches the main part where the attack on the road is described. The conclusion talks about how noble and meaningful it is to help others. I think it's a pretty good story. It even includes some action. It turned out to be a solid script that we can definitely use. Now that the script is ready, we can move on to the next step. To ensure character consistency, I will use the third prompt. It's important that I paste all prompts into the same message box, because that's how it works properly. This prompt will list all the characters in the script and describe their visual appearance in detail. It gives us a list that includes each character's features. Our characters are the traveler, the priest, the Levite, the Samaritan, and the innkeeper. 5 characters in total. As you can see, it details their ages, skin tones, hairstyles, clothing, shoes, and accessories one by one. I take this list and save it in a document. Now the characters, along with their visual descriptions, are properly saved. We'll use the fourth prompt to create a consistent image for the characters. This prompt will help ensure that the same characters appear similarly across scenes. Let me show you how. First, I take the prompt and tell ChatGPT that I'll be sharing scenes and characters with it, and that I want it to generate scenes based on those characters. Then, I provide the scenes along with the characters in each one, and include visual details for characters we've already created. Let's go through an example. I've already entered the prompt, and now ChatGPT is waiting for the scene and character inputs. Let's begin with the first scene. As you can see, the first scene takes place on a warm, quiet day, on a rocky path with a man, and the character is the traveler. This is his scene. Now, I'll add him as the traveler. Then, I'll go to the character file and insert the previously created image prompt of the traveler. This way, the character we introduced earlier is visually consistent in the first scene. As you can see, I've prepared the image prompt for the first scene, and I'll save it in a separate file. We can now see how the character is blended into the story. I'll repeat this for the second scene. I'm going to split it here. You can also divide your scenes however you like based on sentences. As you can see, if a name isn't specified, I describe what's happening. For example, here I'll say traveler is walking, and again use traveler's details. The second scene is now ready. I save it too. For the third scene, as you can see, it also includes the traveler. When I generate these, we'll see that the traveler appears consistently across different scenes. I'll continue preparing the rest of the scenes the same way. If new characters appear, I'll use our existing character file to insert them. For now, I'm fast forwarding. We'll continue with the completed scenes. I created 4 scenes and transferred them into a file. Here's scene 1. Its script, image prompt, and the character involved are all included. The same goes for scene 2. This one features robbers. There's also an image prompt for it. In scene 3, we again see our traveler. Scene 4 introduces the traveler, and alongside him comes the priest. We asked to generate these prompts in 3D Pixar style. However, it's important to repeat the style at the end of each prompt. If the style changes, it's hard to keep the character concepts consistent. So now I'll add style 3D Pixar animation at the end of each prompt. For example, I'll copy this and add it to the end of the other image prompts as well. Now I can move on to production. I use Leonardo.ai for this. You just need to go to the image section and choose the Phoenix model on the left. I'll generate in wide format. Let's start with the first scene. I paste the prompt and generate. Let's check the scenes. Yes, we have a person walking alone in the desert. It looks pretty good. I see different lighting and angles. Only one has slightly off eyes. The others look usable. I'll keep them for now and move on to the next scene. Before generating the next one, there's a critical setting I want to show. First, we'll copy the seed of the generated scenes. I come here, click Copy Seed, and in the Settings panel on the left, I tick Advanced Settings, then paste the copied seed into the seed field. What this does is ensure that the new scenes I generate will be based on the root seed of the original one, so the scenes will resemble each other. On top of that, we already created image prompts for characters similar to each other. You'll see the characters will have a consistent concept. Now I grab my second scene and its prompt and start generating. As you can see, in this one, we want a scene where our previous character is attacked by thieves. Let's check the scenes. Yes, the clothes and style are the same as before. Looks usable to me. Only the beard seems a little off, but I also see versions without beards, like this one, also usable. I'll continue producing the rest of the scenes this way, finishing the first 4 and moving on to the next step. If you're finding this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe. It helps us create more content like this. We'll use prompt 5 to animate the scenes. I take this prompt, it's designed to generate how each scene should be animated. Basically, it'll extract a video style prompt from our static scene prompt. Right now, it's waiting for the scenes I've created, and for each one, it will generate a corresponding video prompt. For example, I take my first scene. I can include all the details of this scene here, including the voiceover and image prompt, and paste them into the tool. It will now generate a video prompt for me. As you can see, it's something like slowly walking, dust rising, which gives more depth to the scene. I save this result just under the image prompt as the video prompt. I'll use it later. I'll repeat this process for the other scenes and move on. To generate the animations, I'll use the Kling AI app. I go to the video section of the app, upload my first scene, and in the prompt section below, which controls how the scene is animated, I paste the video prompt we just created for scene 1. Now I start the generation. Our first scene is ready. Let's take a look together. Yes, it's quite nice. Dust rising from the ground, a tired but calm face. We really managed to animate a traveler on his journey well. I'll do the same for scene 2. Let's take a look at that as well. Yes, the traveler from earlier is now being robbed by the rovers, and then they run off. The ending gets a bit silly, but the beginning is good. They're being roughed up, running around, and the dust rises. It works well as a dramatic scene. We can use the first 5 seconds. I'll continue preparing the other scenes in this way, and fast forward to the voiceover section afterward. I use 11 Lab to generate voices, and I can say it's quite successful. I'm leaving the link below. Here we go to the instant speech section. For example, here's a voice I've used before. Now let's choose a new voice together. When we look at our script, it mentions gentle and warm, so I'll look for a voice that fits that vibe. I also want someone who sounds a bit older, something that feels more heartfelt. Let me browse a bit. Honestly, I like this voice, so I'll go with it. To use it, I add my lines in this section, then go to the text-to-speech area and paste the first part of the script here. Earlier, I had selected Scott as the speaker, so I'll choose that again here. You can adjust the speed and stability settings if you like, but the default settings sounded fine to me, so I'm going with those. Let me play a sample so you can hear how it sounds.
Once there was a man named Scott. He sounded very nice, so we're not really sure what to expect.
Yes, I think it's really good. Now I'll download this voice to my computer, and I'll generate the rest of the lines the same way. To edit the video, I use the CapCut app, and I highly recommend it to you as well. It's very easy to find tutorials for this app online, and you can learn it quickly. As you can see here, on this track, I first placed the scenes. I added transitions between them to make the flow smoother. Just below that, on the second track, I added the voiceovers we created in the previous step. At the top track, you'll notice the orange-colored clips. Those are the subtitles. One great feature of CapCut is that it can automatically generate subtitles. You can see it's currently enabled on the left side. You can add them with a single click. At the bottom, on these last few tracks, you can see the music. The music changes with almost every scene. Music is really important because it's a powerful element for conveying emotional shifts to the viewer. As you can see here, I've used 3 different music tracks, along with smooth transitions. I use CapCut's library for music. You can also use Pixabay website to find music. I've created the first 4 scenes of the story so far, which adds up to around 40 seconds. The rest of the video can be created in the same way to complete the full video. Now, let's watch how these first parts came together.
One day a man was walking along a lonely road. The sun was hot, and the road was quiet. He was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho, a long and rocky way. Suddenly, some robbers jumped out. They beat him up, stole everything he had, and left him lying there, hurt and alone. Soon a priest walked by. He saw the man lying there, but he looked the other way.
And that's it. You've now seen how to turn a simple story into a powerful animated video using AI tools. Ready to start your own animated Bible story channel? Don't wait. I've linked all the tools and prompts below. Check them out and begin your journey today. See you in the next video.